Good evening, everyone, and welcome to TPG's World. It's me, TPG. It is day 3 of Vlogmas, meaning it is December 3rd, 2023, and I'm back to film my third video of the month. Guys, I'm doing good. I'm on 3 days in a row. This light's a little bit bright, guys. I want to turn it down just an inch. There we go. A little bit better. That's good. So anyway, guys, I want to talk about a couple of things in this vlog because today's been kind of a rough, sad day for me. But I want to talk about, first of all, my shirt. As you guys see, my shirt says "Don't Stop Believing." If you can see it well enough, it says "Don't Stop Believing." And this shirt is very special to me because it kind of reminds me of a really funny story. So it's kind of like my story time vlog versus something that kind of reminds me so much of Christmas. Whew, that's gonna be a rough telling this story. But anyway, my mom was like the queen of Christmas. She loved Christmas. It was her favorite time of year, as it is most people's. And when I was younger, I'm playing with this light, guys. I know. When I was younger, my mom she went all out for Christmas all the time. Her tree was always really elaborate. Her decorations were elaborate. My dad decorated our house. I often said it looked like the house in Christmas Vacation, you know. It was always decorated beautiful for the holidays and things like that. And then, our house was always like, I swear, like planes were going to land on top of my parents' house or something. And then I was like always ready for like, whatever was going to happen or whatever. You know, it was just whatever. And so basically, on my mom's tree, people would always stop and take pictures or whatever. So anyway, when I was about 12 years old, maybe a little bit old, maybe a little bit older, maybe I think it was just about 12 or 13. I told my little brother, who's you guys know passed away in 2014. I told him that there was no such thing as Santa Claus, and he. Well, of course, told my mom, and so my mom was like, "How dare you do this? How dare you tell your brother there's no such thing as Santa Claus?" And so I was like, well, there's not, there's no, oh crap, you guys, I'm sorry. There is no such thing as Santa Claus. Of course, there's no such thing as Santa Claus. Mom, why would there ever be such a thing as Santa Claus? I don't believe in Santa Claus. Why would I believe in Santa Claus? Mom, I'm too cool to believe in Santa Claus at my age. No, never, 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 no such thing as Santa Claus. Mom, why would I believe that? Something so silly as Santa Claus. And this is what I believed. And so my mom was like, okay, so you don't believe in Santa Claus? I was like, no, I don't believe in Santa Claus. Of course I don't believe in Santa Claus. No, of course not. She's like, okay. So anyway, I waited and I waited. So, whatever. So anyway, we had a Christmas party. We lived on a military base. And so my mom always had a lot of friends and always had a big, Christmas party and everything. So we had a big picture window, it was like a bay window kind of thing. And it was behind our house. And, she would always she would always have these parties, and so she would always, because I was a natural entertainer, I guess. She would always be like, "Hey, Bradley, you should like entertain or whatever." And so this one particular time that I'm talking about in the story, I got up and I was, of course, telling some elaborate, Christmas story or something, probably quoting something or singing or something, and I heard this on the window, and I was like, "What in the world is that noise?" And I turned around, and there in the big picture window was Santa Claus. And he just pointed and he said, so I was like, he was like, and I was like, and he was like, and I was like, okay. So I like walked real slow, like I was going to like, the gas chamber or something. And I opened the door and he was standing there and he just put his finger right here and he said, "Who are you to tell someone that I don't exist?" And I said, what? And he said, "You told your brother there was no such thing as Santa Claus. Who are you to tell someone that? Who are you to tell someone to don't stop believing in something?" My eyes got this big around, guys. I was like I was terrified. I was like, He was like, "I'm sorry, no, no, I can't help you." He said, I can't do it." He said, "Nope." He said, I'm no." He said, "I'm sorry, but I'm here. I must be real, right?" Now, you guys, I'm like literally freaking out because here stands Santa Claus in front of me, and he's saying this stuff, right? Hang on, guys. Dog in. So anyway, I'm standing there and I'm like, here comes Santa Claus. He's standing there. I'm like, oh my God. So anyway, he comes into the house and he gives everybody gifts except for me. And he looks at me and he says, "If you don't believe in me, I'm not giving you anything." Well, I was like, oh gosh. And I was literally devastated. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh. And do you know, guys, that I never ever said again, even to this day, I will never tell a living soul whether there's a Santa Claus or not, whether I believe or not. I won't do it. So when I saw this shirt, I don't even know if I got it at I think I got it at Walmart maybe or Target or somewhere. I don't even know. I no, I had the shirt before I went to work at Target, so I've had the shirt a while. I don't remember where I saw this shirt at, but I just remember seeing this shirt and thinking of that story. And so I was like, I gotta have I if there's ever a shirt in my life that I have to own, it is this particular shirt just because, yeah, guys, I love this light. I'm sorry. Just because it reminds me so much of that story and of that story with my mom and this. So anyway, I found out later to finish the story. I found out years later. I brought that up to my mom and I was like, "Hey, mom, we were talking about this story one night," and she said, "Oh, it's very easy. What I did was," she said, "I was going out." She said, "I was going out and there was this guy where she used to work. She used to work in a grocery store, and this guy who used to actually play Santa Claus." Came in and she was telling him about it, and he said, "Oh, well, where do you live?" He said, "I've got some Christmas parties to attend. I'll come by. I'll make sure he believes in Santa Claus." And my mom was like, "Really?" And he's like, "Yeah, no problem." And so literally, he came by our house, and my mom gave him the address, and he parked his car like way down the street from our house, and he walked all the way to our house. And my mom had prearranged the whole thing. That's how wonderful my mom was about Christmas. Like she always believed in all this wonderful stuff to do funny things like that. Like she would always have like they would always like ring bells outside our windows like to make the elf come. Hey Lulu, there's my nightly co-hostess Lulu. Um she would always ring bells outside our windows to like make the elf come so we would go to sleep, and they would put candy in our shoes because I think it's Holland or Denmark or some country where they put their shoes outside the door. It might be England, I'm not sure. Anyway, they put their shoes outside the door and put candy, and my little brother had read about that in school, so we started doing that because my brother wanted candy. Me too. We wanted candy, so we got this free candy, like kind of stuff. So that was kind of cool. And so we had all these little traditions that we did, and that was just some of the stuff that we did. And so my mom had all these things. So one time, like I was like, "Oh, I don't believe that. I think that you're ringing the bells outside my window. That you and Dad are doing it." And she's like, "Oh, okay." So here, my dad like stood at one stood at my brother's door, one stood at my door, and the bells still rang. And we're like, "Oh crap, how's this happening?" And later on, of course, I found out that my mom just called her best friend's husband and said, "Hey, come down and ring these bells outside my kids' windows at a certain time." And we did. And of course, that's what happened. And so it's like, okay, that's kind of crazy, So it was just kind of like funny. That's the kind of stuff my mom would do just to fool us and let us know that like life was you know, like it was just funny. Like she would let us know that Christmas was always magical. She always made us believe in Christmas and in Santa. So this shirt is very special. But anyway, talking about that today and what made today sad was I don't go to my parents' grave a lot. My parents are buried side by side, of course, and my brother was cremated. And so when my mom passed away in 2017, if you're just now watching my channel, I lost my brother in 2014 at the age of 41. I lost my mom in 2017 and my dad in 2022, 2021. And so I lost my dad's been gone 2 years, 2021. And I lost my brother March 8th, my dad April 3rd, my mom April 3rd, and my dad April 2nd, right? So it's been a long road. Plus, I've lost 4 dogs now: Charlie, Barkley, Gypsy, and Everly. So it's just been a lot of loss in my life. But going to my parents' grave is the hardest thing that I do. It's very hard for me to go there. And so I usually go on holidays or like their birthdays or certain. I was going every day, but I would get so emotionally drained. And one time on YouTube, someone had made a comment that they didn't believe my parents were really dead because I never broadcast live from their grave or broadcast in their grave or did a video of me going to their grave. And I got kind of angry about that because I think when you go to someone's grave, it's kind of personal between you and those people and what you say at that grave. And I would never challenge anyone like that as to why they should have to go to someone's grave to challenge them in any way, shape, or form. I think that that's kind of tacky to do. So I would certainly never challenge anyone like that to have to go like film a video somewhere like that. So that was kind of stupid. To film a video like that. But it was somebody who was trying to, challenge me and whether I was, oh, this person was just, it was a long story short, this person was just being a pain in the ass. But anyway, so I don't go there often just because it really breaks me down physically and emotionally. It's just very hard. I guess it's because the reality sets in of my parents really being gone. And that's what hurts me the most about it is they're gone, and that's when it really is so hard to see. And so I went to, I left Target and I went to Walmart because my parents love Walmart. So I went to Walmart. No puppy. Oh, here's Oreo. You guys haven't seen Oreo in a long time. Here's Oreo. Hey, Oreo. Come on, lay down, Bubba. This is Oreo, guys. We call him Puppy, but this is Oreo. But we well, I went to Walmart and I bought some. My mom loved poinsettia, and my mom loved flowers, and I know that my mom would be so upset that I don't go to her grave often. I know that she would be, especially flowers. She loved flowers on the grave, and especially at Christmas time. She always thought poinsettias should be put on the graves at Christmas time. And I had bought some last year, and I don't know what I did with them. I think I lost them in translation somewhere. So I went to um, Wally World today, or Walmart, and I bought a fake. I bought a beautiful fake poinsettia. Well, it was pretty enough. They didn't have a great selection because already. It's only 30 December and already sold out of most of them. And then I found a real one, and it was really pretty. And I thought, it'll probably die in a couple of days, but I'm gonna buy it anyway. I'm gonna put a real one on there too. But it'll probably die because it's not gonna get watered properly. But maybe it'll rain every once in a while and do it. And then I bought that, and then I bought this really pretty like arrangement to go in my mom's. It had like two Christmas balls and some beautiful little like bows that were like candy cane striped and had some pretty stuff all tied up real Christmassy. And then for my dad's urn on his side, not urn, but what do you call it? Yeah, I guess it's urn on the side that you put the flowers in. I bought it had like some like pine cones and it had like some poinsettias. It was more not quite as it was Christmassy without being frou frou. I guess my mom's is a little bit more frou frou. I bought that for his side of the grave, and then my mom's tombstone on that side. And then I had bought at Target. I bought a little Christmas tree, and I just decorated it and I put it on their grave. And yeah, it broke me down. I really started to cry, because I was the first time I'd been there. I don't even know, maybe a year. I don't know, not a year, maybe a couple. I know a while. I didn't go on my dad's birthday, which was November 13th. I didn't go on Thanksgiving. I almost had just not gone in a long time. I drive by there a lot and I acknowledge it. I just don't go. And I've made that as part of my New Year's resolution next year is that I'm definitely going to go more to my parents' grave. I think it's just I've been so busy with buying a car and working and, taking care of myself and doing so much. I guess I hate to say I forgot. I just it's in a church parking lot, so it's closed by the time I leave, and when it gets dark early, like now, and I'm working, I can't go after dark because I can't go in the parking lot of the church, in the graveyard of the church. So I'll get arrested. I'll get arrested and stuff. So it's like, it's been really hard for me to go there. So with that being said, have gone to. I'm going to make it my resolution to try to go more, at least once a week or so, and visit the grave. I think the more I go, maybe the more accepting it'll become, I guess. But it has definitely been very hard for me. But I was able to talk to mom and dad and tell my mom like how I'm going to see the color purple and tell my dad I hope that he was happy that Barkley was there in heaven. And I told him, hope that they like their gift, their flowers. And I told him, of course, I was sorry I hadn't been there in a while. And it was a really rough time. And I cried like a baby and I left emotionally upset. And plus, at Target today was very emotionally draining as well. It was just a really emotionally draining day at Target the last couple of days. And I started a new medication, and I think it's making me a little emotional right now, kind of back and forth. So I think hopefully it'll settle in a couple of days, and then I'll be all right, a little bit better. Because right now it's been like all over the board kind of thing. So I'm praying really hard that it's going to push me back and be like, okay, Riley, give me the program, give me the program. But anyway, that's my blog for this week, for today, for the third. Wish me luck, guys. I just wanted to share that cute little story about my shirt. Don't stop believing. And so this is the greatest shirt ever with Santa Claus. And don't stop believing. And I'm telling you, I will never tell you whether or not he is real. I will never say it again because I refuse to admit whether or not it is because that man scared me to death. Share. I love you guys' videos. Please tell me if you have anything special that you guys ever did in your family, any kind of traditions and things that you guys did. Christmas is a rough time for me because I don't have a family. Um, you know, I, s- but I do have, definitely plan to go see Color Purple this year on Christmas, which I'm very excited about. But I don't have any other plans made as of yet. But I do love to go look at Christmas lights and stuff. And so hopefully with Christmas lights I'll get to do that soon with some friends. Get some as time goes on closer. We'll go look at some Christmas lights and get some things in order there. Anyway, guys, this vlog's getting a little bit long, so I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Remember to not hate on people because hating is a disease, and some folks need to get well soon. And those of you that are out there that still watch me, I love you. And those of you that I miss you so much, I haven't seen you in so long. I hope that you're still there. This is the first time I've filmed on this camera. I'm going to see how the quality is. If it sucks, I'm going to try to get my old camera back. I am going to show my Funko Pop. Stay tuned. I got a brand new one in the mail yesterday. I'm so excited about it. It was so cool when it came in. I was so excited. So I can't wait to show them all to you. I got probably, oh gosh, I can't even tell how many I got to show you guys. It's gonna be a long video. Anyway, I love you guys. See you soon. Bye. Happy holidays. We'll get to Merry Christmas soon. Bye. Bye, guys.